Hello, Helen here. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. I was asked again to be a design guest for the Graciellie Designs blog hop for September, and they have released a small selection of digital stamps that complement previous collections, and I was given this gorgeous poppy digital stamp set with some really lovely sentiments to do a card for them, so I'm going to show you how I made it. So with my card today I decided I was going to do a slightly three-dimensional poppy. It's just such a beautiful image, so I've printed out one full image, one that's just got the flower head and then the two little buds, and then I've got two more of the flowers, one that I'm going to do some of the petals, and then one that I'm going to just do the centre with, and I'm going to colour them with Copics. So I'm going to start colouring the first flower. I'm going to just show you the very first petal, and then I'm going to speed up the film quite a bit because I think it just took quite a long time and you're not going to want to watch all of it. I also had some problems with my filming this time. I think my camera must have moved at some stage, and a lot of the colouring turned out to be below the screen, so I've chopped all that out so that you didn't have to watch nothing. So what I do when I'm colouring with Copics is I put in, using my lightest colour, where I think I want most of the shading to be, leaving white space for the highlight, and then I go back in and work my way to the next darkest, and then the darkest colour, 3 shades I've used in this case, and then work my way back up to the lightest, covering what I've done. So the darkest colour I'm only just using in the very depth part of the petal and where any petal crosses the other, and the rest are just done with the main red and the slightly lighter coral colour. Now if you're interested at all in checking out what these digital stamps like in the September release, I'll leave a link in the description below this video if you're on YouTube, or I'll leave the link on my blog, so it will take you straight to the digital store and you'll be able to see the digital stamps just like this one. I'll put some music on while you watch me colour, and I'll come back when I finish that, explain what I do next. Once I've finished my colouring, I'm going to cut out all the images ready to do the layering. So I've cut the main flower out with a little white border around it, and then the rest of the flower, the different parts of it, I've cut out right to the black line, and have gone around with a black pen and just on the edge of the cut surface I've blackened it just to neaten it up so there's no white parts showing. Then I'm going to just do a little bit of shaping of the petals. So first layer above the main flower, I'm just cut down the petal edges, and then I'm going to just curl the edges with a handle of a paint just to give a little bit of shape to the petals. And then the next piece I'm going to put on my mat and shape with a ball tool just to give a little bit of a shaping so that the petals stick up a little bit around the edge. And the two little buds I'm just going to round a little bit so that they've just got a little bit of volume. And then the final middle part I'm also doing the same thing. To make my frame, I've got one piece of card that's the same size as my card base, and I'm just cutting a stitch rectangle out of the middle with the Simon Says stitch rectangle die, and then I'm going to go around and use my paper smooches stitch border die to go around the stitched edge on the outside because I didn't have a stitch die big enough. The stitching's a bit bigger, but it looks okay together. The next thing I'm going to do is get a background for behind my poppy. I'm going to have a watercolour background that's got ink blending, and then it's going to have some script writing on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is tape down a piece of Tim Holtz watercolour paper onto a board just to keep it straight, and then I'm going to do some blending with antique linen, twisted citron and a bit of squeezed lemon in the middle of distress inks. Now I have sped up this quite a bit as it does take quite a while to build up the layers of inking. If you go too heavy then you get the ink blending marks, so I've just gone quite light and I'm just building up gradually, so I've sped it right up so that you didn't have to sit there for quite some time watching me do that. Just before I do the script inking, I'm just going to do some little dots with water and a paintbrush, just because the distress inks are water reactive, and where you drop the water it just lightens it a little bit, so I'm just flicking on some water with a paintbrush and then dabbing it off with a paper towel. Finally I'm going to use this MFT Romantic Script background stamp. I'm stamping it up with a new crisp ink, caramel toffee ink, and then just pressing it down, and just I'm not getting it perfect, I just want it to look like it's in some areas and not in others. To do my sentiment I've used one of the digital stamps that came with the poppy set. I've printed it out on a piece of card and I'm just going to ink it with two of the colours that I've used in the background, the twisted citron and the antique linen. I'm just going to go across both corners, leaving the middle on a diagonal clear, and then I'm going to just cut banner ends in with a pair of scissors. So I cut a slit in the middle and then from each corner to that middle point, and that makes the banner ends. So now I can put my card together, so I'm going to put some double-sided tape on the distressed background, watercoloured background, so I'll stick that down onto my card base. And then I'm going to put some Scotch foam tape around the frame, just lift it up a little and put that down over, matching up to my card base. And then a little bit of foam tape onto the back of the sentiment and stick that at the bottom of the card. And then I can put some Scotch foam tape on half the poppy and half the leaf area, and I'm going to just put glue on the bit that's going to overlap the left hand side of the card and pop the poppy on top of my background, and that's the card finished. I'll have the link available for you for the next talented lady that's on the blog Hop Lena in the description below this YouTube video or on my blog. Thank you very much for joining me on this blog hop today, and thank you very much to Graciellie Designs for having me as a guest designer again. Thanks very much. Bye for now.